It has been months since a crab told me what happened down below. Even after everything you had seen and everything I had told you, nobody would listen. Now look where we've ended up. Gauntlight is more active than ever, terrorizing our home with monsters as soldiers from the east drag our people screaming into the depths under the leadership of the blind general and the sisters. We cannot get word out for help. We cannot get supplies in. Food and medicine are dwindling, and I cannot keep this old fishing camp concealed for much longer. We have to bring the fight to them. We must take the fight to Gauntlight.
See. We fought a lot more of the Inaran soldiers last time. Oh right, we went down into like a rocky tunnel, and then we found the Inara soldiers fighting a big fucking frog, and then we deduced that the big fucking frog is in the cave where the well leads. Unfortunately, Karal got caught in the crossfire. R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
And the cat.
Bird.
Don't forget about the cat.
Oh, and
the cat was a prior incident.
The cat was a prior incident. Yeah.
It was a
Horrible
bad
things
day
happened
for-
to that cat.
It was a bad day
Bad
for
stuff
pets.
happened to animals last session.
But now, you encountered the big frog, and as you tend to do, retreated. And you've switched out Wallace for Bobabibo and Eudora for Remy. And you have gone to... You're currently standing right outside the room with the well in it, in the servants' quarter floor. And I believe that was about where your plan ended.
Yeah.
To be fair, the plan is to look down the well and try and murder it from above.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have Karal to fly down and act as bait.
You do have his body, though. I think.
Well, we do have the body, and we plan to put that to good use.
What are you gonna mage hand it? Like, just float his body there?
We agreed we would eat the body last session.
Did we agree we would eat the body? I probably said that. I remember that
Eudora
Eudora
fucking
has the dead cat in the bag to give to Gart, but...
So anyways, the well is currently standing right in front of you.
Alright, well,
Bobby Bo enters. And Finley stands on top of Bobby Bo, as does Remy.
They go around. Thank you.
They step over Bobby Bo, because Bobby Bo is like 2 feet tall.
yeah, he's very tiny. He's going to shout into the well.
Hello, friends!
It echoes back.
Hello, friends! Hello, friends! Hello, friends! Oh, it is nice to meet you. Who are you? It is nice to meet you. Who are you? It is nice to meet you. Who are you? I am the wizard. Boba-bibo, bibo, ba-bibo.
I'm not saying all that. In response,
You broke it.
though, you actually don't hear the echo, as it is drowned out by a slapping sound, which is getting rapidly louder.
Can
Take
we
my
illuminate the
friends.
tunnel somehow?
What did you say?
Can we illuminate the well tunnel somehow?
You can if you stick a light down there. Well, actually, Bobabibo, if Bobabibo is sticking his head down there to yell, actually, it would be illuminated because he's got a candle on his head.
Yeah, he's a candle embedded.
Cool. Do we
in-
see
So-
any
As
vaguely
slapping,
frog-shaped?
as the slapping gets closer, you do indeed see vaguely frog-shaped entities. You see several of them.
Oh no!
A swarm of tiny little frog things are slapping their way up
Oh,
the well.
no.
How did this get worse? We've been gone 20 minutes at most.
It is time for initiative.
All right, here we go.
Getting right into the thick of it.
Don't worry, I have just the spell for this.
Do you?
Yes.
I hope for your sake that you
Well,
do.
someone should. Cause it's not fucking me.
Oh, buddy.
Damn, that 31. All right, up first is Bobabibo.
Okay. Boba Bevo is going to lean his head over the well
Mm-hmm.
and adding energy, he is going to cast Vomit Swarm.
I see. Do tell what
Is
that
this
requires
the
of me.
spell in question?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. I'm assuming I need to.
oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that is a reflex.
Yes. All right.
That is a basic reflex save from all those. I did not
What is
roll
the
well, however.
What is the area on it?
It is a 30-foot cone.
30-foot cone. Okay, I'll say that gets everything. So I'll need to roll a few. So we'll start with these guys. So that's a 29. A 28. And a 19. 29, 28, 19.
28, 28, 19.
29, 28, 19.
The 19 fails.
Okay. So how much damage?
Well, I rolled 3 piercing.
Okay. Okay. Just a moment, please. Let me adjust these. So 3 to the one that failed.
Yeah.
And then 1 to the others.
Yeah.
So it appears that you definitely stick a few. What are you vomiting out? That's the real question.
It's gonna be a swarm of flies.
You vomit out the swarm of
Burning
flies. Burning flies, and they definitely seem to sear like 2 of the larger big old frog things that you see jumping out, because it appears to be a swarm of smaller ones with 2 larger ones following behind.
We're attacking a family.
And the larger ones appear to be slightly damaged by your flies, but that's about it. You have 1 action remaining.
No.
I'm just gonna cast shield.
I'm shocked. All right.
Look. There's only so much
I
a caster
know.
can do
I know,
with
I'm
a
messing with you.
single action.
I'm messing with you. All right, that brings us to one of the big fellas, who is going to start out by. That's not the right one. There we go. That's the right one. I'm going to start out by bouncing out as their first action. They bounce out and into that corner over there. As its second
Is that
action.
smaller than the original one we saw?
No, this is one of the bigger ones. Or, sorry, smaller
No.
than... When you say the original, you mean the big frog?
The frog we saw downstairs. Is this smaller
Yeah, this is
than that frog?
significantly smaller. It's like a quarter of the size.
That's
if
what
even.
I thought.
It's also purple. The one you saw
Was
downstairs
the other
was
one
more
not
of a
purple?
like an orangish pink. But
I think I have
anyways,
only ever seen this frog photo, but okay.
that's just not true. So this thing is going to start out by going for a bite attack at Bobabibo.
Right.
That is a 32 to hit.
Oh, that crits.
Okay. So that will be... Oh my god! That is 34 points of damage. Plus 1d6 persistent acid.
Oh no.
So we just put in that acid right there. There we go. And this thing is then going to go for... It is going to go for a bouncing slam as it bounces towards Bobabibo and into your space, attempting to shove you with its big old feet. So, I need to... There we go. That is a 10 against your Fortitude DC.
Fail.
Okay, regular fail or crit fail?
Crit fail.
Good specification. As it falls and lands prone back in the space where it started, it just sort of bounces
wait, oh my
off
god.
you.
Wait, hang on. Wait. I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm so sorry. No, that's a regular fail. I was
Okay,
looking
then
at
never mind.
reflex.
It is not prone, but it is bounce. It bounces back off of you and back into its original space. That is its turn. That brings us now to the other one. The other one is going to start out with a bouncing slam at Bobabibo. So that is going to be against Fortitude DC, a 27. Against Bobabibo.
God damn, that's another crit.
Okay, so you are pushed 10 feet back as this thing bounces out of the well and just kicks you right in the face. It, as that was a critical success, it is going to stride after to stay right next to you. It is then going to go for a pinning chomp. So it will attempt now to... this will be against your reflex DC. That's a nat 1. So it crit fails as it attempts to chomp down on you. You sort of stumble out of the way and it just chomps down its teeth onto the ground. So it falls and lands prone, and then will use its final action to get back up. So that is its turn. That brings us now to the main swarm, which is going to just flow out of the well.
Oh, great heavens.
Oh.
Yes. So, yes, it is going to take its first 2 actions to flow out of the well, and its second action to use Swarming Bites on Bolero and Remy. So I need reflex saves from both of them, please.
Okay.
That's a 30 for Remy.
Okay.
16 from Bolero.
Okay, 30 succeeds. 16 does not. Regular failure, though, not critical. So,
Okay.
Remy will take... So, Bolero takes 15 points of damage, 12 piercing, 3 acid. Remy will take 7 total. And additionally, Bolero takes 1d4 persistent acid now.
Lovely.
Yes. Very. And that is the Spawn Swarm's turn. That brings us now to Finley.
Okay. I know they've left the well, kind of, but what I would like to try and do is I would like to take my still channeled elements and try and basically power wash these stupid fucking frogs down the well with a
Okay.
2-action elemental blast.
Okay.
That is an 18 to hit.
An 18 does not hit, as they're just bouncing. They're really hard to hit.
That's really unfortunate news. Okay, with that last action, I'm gonna go ahead and take a great axe strike at the gentleman in the corner
Mm.
and see if I can, split him open and hopefully not cover us all in acid. That'd be great. That's a 19 to hit.
19 unfortunately does not hit. Just barely misses.
Yeah. Thought that was going to be the case. Okay, well, there's nothing for Finley to do at this point.
Alright, that brings us to Remy.
That does bring us to Remy. Okay. She is going to... try and shoot the big frog in the corner with her dueling pistol.
Okay.
That's a 30 to hit.
A 30 is a critical hit.
That's nice. Okay, that's 15 damage and must survive a DC 21 Fortitude saving throw or become stunned 1.
Okay. So, Fortitude save incoming. That is a 29.
Okay, so that succeeds and does not become stunned.
Okay. But it still takes 15 damage.
It does take 15 damage.
That is that. What else would Remy like to do with 2 actions remaining?
What would Remy like to do? Okay, action 1, we're gonna reload the dueling pistol.
Okay.
Action 2, I have a longsword and I'm just gonna swing it at the swarm.
Okay.
Well, that's a 12, so I don't think that'll be
12.
helping us out any.
Yeah, no, that unfortunately does not hit.
I'm shocked and appalled. That is the end of my turn.
Okay, that brings us now to Bolero.
Okay. I'm going to start this off with a time jump.
Mmm.
So that's a spell we haven't seen in a while. 'Cause I need to get the fuck out of this room.
So remind me
I
what that does
two-
again.
Yep, I gain 2 actions, each of which must be used to leap, stand, step, or stride.
Hmm.
So I basically get to move 60 feet. So it's 5, 10.
So there is currently an enemy in your way there.
Oh, ooh.
There's a separate guy right there in that door.
Oh, shit. I mean, in that case, would I even be able to do this in the first place? Because I was inside the hitbox of...
The swarm is a little different. The swarm would be difficult terrain. So your movement would be halved when dealing with it, but you aren't able to get out of the room because there is a frob blocking you. So basically, you're in your current predicament. Unless you tumble through to get out of the room, you are currently blocked into that specific corner.
Oh shit. Okay. Can I rescind my casting then?
Yes.
Okay.
I will allow that.
Thank you. In that case, I'm going to. I'm going to begin with an evil eye against the swarm.
Okay.
Glaring in Bolero or in Karal's place.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is a will save from this.
Mm-hmm. And that targets how many creatures? Just one, right?
Oh, fuck me. The swarm doesn't count as a single creature, does it?
It technically does, but swarms, have a thing about mental effects in particular that only affect one creature.
Shit. Oh, shit. Okay, well, I've already rescinded a spell this turn. Could I instead change my target to this guy?
Yes, that's what I was hoping you would say. Okay, you can...
Okay, thank you.
So that's a will save, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it is a bad day to be a mental guy.
That is a 12.
A 12 against my DC 21 is a failure.
Okay, so becomes sickened, yes?
Yeah, it is sickened.
All right. So I believe you have 2 actions remaining?
Correct. So I am going to cast... I don't have line of sight on the Bobo, do I? Don't.
No, you do not.
Okay, I'm going to cast Shield on myself.
Okay.
And then, finally... I'm going to spend an action to take out the pipes of compulsion that I have.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. That would be... Yeah, that would be your turn. All right. So that will bring us back around to, first and foremost, your persistent damage. So you take 3 points of acid, and I need you to make that recovery check.
That's fortitude?
No, flat. And then remember to
flat.
apply that 3 points of damage to your stamina.
That was so close to a 1. Oh my god.
Hey, it wouldn't have mattered. It's a failure no matter what.
Oh, okay.
So remember to apply that 3 points damage to your stamina as we get to Bobobibo's turn.
Okay. Bobo is going to begin with a scamper.
Okay.
And so he strides up to a speed +5. So that is a 30-foot stride. And that actually, the extra speed doesn't actually really matter all that much, but he's going to go down there.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately abandon his friends. With his next 2 actions, then. He is going to cast Ignition on Lil Goober over here.
Ignition. All right. Is it a save?
That is actually an attack roll.
Ah,
Does a 24 hit?
yes, it does.
All right. It's 11 points of fire damage.
Okay, 11 points of fire damage as you just send out this flame, smacks into this weird purple frog thing. Yeah, it's injured, but it's still going strong.
That's his turn.
All right, that brings us to your persistent damage. You take 6 points of persistent damage. Go ahead and roll that recovery check and apply that damage. As Bobabibo becomes bloodied.
13.
13, still taking acid. That brings us now to the sickened frog thing right next to Finley, which is going to begin with a... What do we lose? Okay. It's fine. It is going to begin with a Jaws attack on Finley. That is a 29 to hit Finley.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. So that will be 10 points of piercing damage plus 1d6 persistent acid.
Well, that's not great.
It will then attempt to bounce into your space and shove you. So that is going to be an athletics check against your fortitude DC. That is a 21.
That does not succeed.
Okay, so it unsuccessfully does that bounce. It is then going
Dare
to
I ask where it was trying to send me?
into the wall.
Okay.
It is then going to go for a second Jaws attack against Finley. That is a 17 to hit.
That will not hit. Thank you very
And
much.
that is its turn. That brings us now to the other one, which is going to begin with. Let me just double check. Let me just double check something here. Check. Let's see. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. It is going to begin by doing a stride over to here. It is then going to do a bouncing slam at Bobabibo. So this is going to be against your fortitude DC. That is a natural 20 for a total of 30.
So I'm going to hero point that.
Okay. Let's roll that again. That is instead a 14.
That fails.
Okay. Then it is going to end off by going for a Jaws attack. That is an 11.
Fails.
All right, that brings us now to the main swarm, which is going to do a swarming bite. So I need reflex saves from Remy and Bolero, please.
God damn. 18.
18 is a failure.
16.
16 is also a failure. So that is going to be to each of you. 10 points piercing, 5 points of acid, and Remy, you begin taking 1d4 persistent acid.
Great.
It is then going to go for another swarming bites. So I need reflex saves from the both of you again.
Okay, that's a 32.
Critical success.
Ooh, 29.
Regular success. So Remy, you managed to not take any damage this time. You take your horse hooves and you just sort of kick them off you. Bolero, you're getting a few of them to hit your clothing instead of you, but they're still getting a few teeth in. So that'll be 6 points of damage total. And it's going to go for one more swarming bites. So make more reflex saves, please.
Fuck.
Hey, it gets 3 actions.
Dang. This is not good. I'm shocked that's a single action. Oh, fuck you
That's
guys.
That's a 29.
So a 29 is a success. A 13 is a failure, not critical though. All right. So, Remy will take. Remy takes 6. Bolero takes 12.
Oh, Bolero's down.
Wait, so I think
Bolero
that
is
these
now
guys
dying.
are just gonna die. We might have to run because I think these guys might be dying. If we
That brings
stay.
us now to Finley.
Okay. Do I have to tumble through this frog?
I would say no, because there's a diagonal, but it'll be difficult terrain to get through the swarm.
Okay. What I want to do is I would like to go through, grab Bolero's unconscious body, and pull it through the doorway.
Okay.
So I don't know how much
Okay.
movement
So,
/ actions that would be.
well, it'll be one action to move outside the door, and then reposition is one action.
Okay.
So go ahead and move yourself. All right.
Okay.
And then to reposition, Bolero doesn't have a choice on whether or not he's willing. However, there is a spawn swarm here, so I'm going to say you're going up against the swarm here as you make your athletics check to try to reposition him.
Fair enough, I guess. Let me find my athletics. There we are. That's a 16.
16. As you attempt to get your hand in there, you have to pull back quickly before you get bitten.
Can I try again?
Sure.
Okay, that's a 24.
24. That is just barely a success. So you are able to grab onto Bolero. You can move him 5 feet.
So I have to move him up 5 feet. I can't
Yup.
move him out 5 feet.
You would be correct. So Bolero is moved slightly closer to the door, but the swarm has a pretty firm grip on him.
Sorry, bud, I'm doing my best here.
So that is Finley's turn. That brings us to your persistent acid damage. You take 6 points of persistent acid damage. Go ahead and make that recovery check.
Well, as we all know, recovery checks and I have a long-standing history of going incredibly poorly, so I'm sure that this will be the exception. Nope, that's a good 4, so...
That's a fail. That brings us to Remy.
Okay, can Remy try and get Bolero on her back as she exits the room?
I would say that because you're currently in a swarm, that would still be another reposition action that you'd have to take. Yeah, you'd have to take another reposition action to try to get him up.
Okay, let's try that, I guess. I don't remember Remy's athletics. Oh, she has a -1 to athletics. That's gonna go super hot. Okay, that's a 17, so it doesn't succeed, but...
Yeah, no, you are once again... Remy is also unable to get Bolero out of the swarm. They're just, like, covering
Okay.
him.
In that case, Remy is just gonna... go... Come on. And then there's
So
a frog
that's
down
two
here,
actions to do that, because difficult terrain all the way through, and your movement speed is 20.
right? Okay, so I have no more actions.
Correct. You do, however, take
Excellent.
persistent damage, 2 points of it.
Excellent.
Go ahead and make that recovery check.
Well, I'm sure this is the time that changes everything. It's a 17.
17, that's a success. You managed to
What
shake off the
wonderful-
acid. That brings us back around to the top of for round 3 with Bobabibo.
Okay. This is going to be a... Okay. I'm going to unleash my psyche.
Alright.
So his psyche is now unleashed.
Alright. What is the visual manifestation of this?
The candle on his head grows a lot brighter. Like not to the
Alright.
point of being a fire hazard, but like the candle is slightly larger to symbolize his 2 brain cells working in overtime. And so to start, he is going to use PSI burst on this guy right here.
Okay. So what does Cyburst do?
That is a basic reflex save.
Okay. Basic reflex. That is a 19.
A 19, that fails. So it's going to take 3d4 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
to its brain. That is
To
6
its brain.
bludgeoning.
So you send out this burst of psychic energy and try bouncing its brain around in its head. And it seems to disorient it slightly. But this thing appears to be rubber all the way through. So that kind of a blunt effect appears not to be the most effective against
Would you
this
say
thing.
would you say that it resists bludgeoning damage?
Yes.
All right, good to know.
Jacob's
Now I
not
cast
here, so
shield.
it's okay. I assumed you two would get it. Okay. You cast shield.
True. We understand context clues.
I think
Yes.
I remember that from the last session too, so...
All right. And then
right.
Bebo's last action is going to be spent using Fade into Daydreams. He's going to sort of laugh while flipping both birds
to this guy as he becomes all misty,
All right.
and he is now concealed.
Until the start of your next turn. Okay. All right.
That's a start.
That brings us now to your persistent damage, which you take 6 points of. Good lord. Keeps rolling 6 after 6. Go. Bobby Bo is dying. Go ahead and roll that recovery check for your acid, though, just to see if you manage to recover from it regardless. Oh, look at that. You managed to recover.
Oh, great. My god, he did
What
that.
excellent news!
Dying.
Fucking fell over.
That brings us now. Yeah, I just imagine he flips the thing, the birds, and then just immediately like, oh, it just collapses like an Oblivion NPC. That brings us now to the sickened frog, which is going to begin by attempting to bite Bolero.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That is a 31 to hit Bolero.
Oh,
What
no.
the fuck? Yeah. I think. Hang on. Let me just double check this. Yeah, that's not just a crit. That's a super crit.
Excellent.
No, wait, no,
Uh,
no.
so-
It's a
What is
regular
a
crit.
super crit?
So that
just
will
instantly fucking dead.
Oh,
that will increase your dying value by 2 right off the bat. So you should be dying 3 now. It is then going to... Let's see. Why do I not have vision turned on for this token? That's some shenaniganry right there. There we go. It is then going to take its second action to hop over into the other corner, and its final action to spit a glob of acid at Finley.
that's on brand.
That is a 10 to hit.
Okay, so that's not going to hit,
Okay. It
but
will...
I still don't appreciate that it tried to spit acid at me.
Fair enough. It will, however, deal splash damage.
course it
1d6 splash damage, which hits Finley, and Bolero, and Remy.
Oh,
Oh
fuck.
no.
So Bolero, your dying value increases once again. 6 damage to Finley and Remy. So Bolero, I believe, unless you have toughness...
I do not have toughness.
So dying 4 means you will take yourself a bit of an injury.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh, not a massive damage injury.
It is
That's
not a
right,
massive
I'm not
damage. It
dead
is a
yet.
near death. It is a near death
Oh,
injury.
a near-death injury. That's
You gain
different.
an internal injury. Something in your body has been damaged. Your drained value increases by 1. If your drained value reaches 0, the injury is considered healed. And you
that's
can
not
try
that
to
bad.
recover from it. It's yeah. And you can try to recover from it on a full night's rest.
Oh shit! I mean, dude, I was expecting like a lost arm or something.
No, that's massive damage, not the
Okay, well,
near death.
You know, dying
I mean,
isn't
best
that
case
bad,
scenario,
guys.
you just would have had psychological trauma about these fucking frogs, but,
Oh no, trust me, there's better and funnier. You just don't roll those ones. Anyways, your dying
I
value
see.
resets, so you are now dying 2. That is the end of that boy's turn. That brings us now to the other one who's over next to Bobabibo. I want you to take a guess at what it's going to try to do.
Oh, I wonder.
It's going to, first and foremost, have to make a check against that concealment. So that's a DC 5 flat check,
Actually, hang on.
on which it gets a 17.
Yeah, that succeeds anyways.
Okay. It will then go for a Jaws strike against Bobabibo. That is a 32 to hit Bobabibo.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's a crit.
Bobabibo's dying value increases by 2. It is then going to go for yet another Jaws strike against Bobabibo.
this is
First off,
starting to
flat
be a
check.
really
Frogs
bad
doing
day.
this.
That is a 14 on that DC 5 flat check, so that is a success. It will then go for its second Jaws strike. That is an 11 against Bobabi Bo.
Oh, oh, that fails, actually.
Okay, so this time it goes to chomp down, and it just gets a little confused by your shimmering form. It is then going to, as its final action, turn and spit at Remy. That is a 4 to hit Remy.
That does not hit Remy.
Yes, she and Finley will both take acid splash damage, however, though.
That's on brand.
That is 4 points of acid splash damage.
Well,
That will now bring us to Bolero. So go ahead and make a dying check for me, buddy.
Please, dice. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, so a nat 1 means
I'm
your
gonna
dying
hero
value...
point that.
Okay. So...
What the fuck are these rolls?
Are you doing the normal death hero point thing?
yeah, that's
right, you
he
can do
goes
that.
unconscious, right? Wounded one.
Yeah, so the way that works... let's see. Heroic recovery... Yes, you lose the dying condition entirely and stabilize with 0 hit points. You do not gain the wounded condition or increase it. So you would no longer be
Okay.
dying, you just remain wounded 1, and no more hero points are on the table.
I mean, that's good news, but the swarm is about to eat him again, so...
He also takes persistent acid damage, 3 points of which instantly
Okay.
knocks him back unconscious. So go ahead and make your flat check against the damage there, as you are now dying 2 once again. 17. Hey, you're no longer taking acid damage. Look at that.
Oh,
You are, however, still bleeding out as we get to our spawn swarm here, which is going to begin by taking an action to surge through the door into the hallway. So I need, as it makes swarming bites, I need saving throws from Finley and Remy. Reflex, please.
Fuck, it's in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, lads, I don't know about you, but I think we're gonna TPK, so...
yeah, I think you guys should just run. Like, I won't be upset. It'll make for a cool narrative moment.
So what did you get there, Emma?
Let me look. It's moving all of the things into the chat. Okay, that's a 19 from Finley and a 15 from Remy.
Okay, both of those are failures. So
I'm shocked and appalled.
both take 11 points of damage, and Remy begins taking 1d4 persistent acid.
Awesome.
So Finley is now mortal.
Like, very mortal, actually.
Yeah. Wow, you guys haven't hurt the swarm at all. Damn. That's kind of crazy. It's then going to go for swarming bites again. So more reflex saves, please.
Finley and Remy need to fucking run.
Well, Finley and Remy are about to go down, so I don't think it matters.
Oh no, bro.
Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro.
Well, Remy has gotten a natural one,
How did
so...
the
So-
fucking
And
frogs
Finley
do
got an
this?
18, so failure and failure. Well, failure and
So-
crit failure.
Failure and crit failure. So Finley here will take 7 points of damage. Remy will take 14 points of damage.
Oh, it doesn't matter. They're both dying.
They are indeed both now...
Don't you
Going
even worry your
unconscious.
pretty little head about it, Cameron. They're both dying.
Oh yeah.
Everyone is dying.
Oh yeah. Remy's actually dying too instantly from that.
I think it's time for a rescue mission.
let's see. I'm debating how I want to handle this. Because you've already done your reinforce for the day. So, and do you guys have any abilities that would allow you to get back up at any point?
I don't think so.
I mean, from dying?
Yeah.
No?
Okay.
Actually,
Oh,
Bevo has one thing.
what does he have?
The skittering mask.
What?
The first time each day that you begin your turn unconscious and within 25 feet of an enemy, skittering metallic insect legs emerge from the holes in the mask and step 5 feet away from the nearest enemy, dragging your body along with the mask. So he moves 5 feet and that's it.
It can move you 5 feet once. So basically, that's nothing. So I guess the question is, do you want to keep playing this out to see if you roll any nat 20s to res? Or,
I kind of do. I kind of want to see what happens.
Emma, are you acceptant of that?
I mean, the other option is being like, they're all dead and we're done, so I guess.
Well, except for your other characters, but yeah. Alright then. Let's see. Spawn Swarm here has taken all 3 of its actions. That brings us to the top of round 4 with Bobby Bo, who does his little skittering mask there.
All right.
So go ahead and roll that dying check.
Fail.
That's a failure. Dying 4, so you will take a near-death injury.
What's it gonna be?
You lose an arm.
Is that a joke?
One of Bobby Bo's arms falls off.
I'm sorry. Just to clarify here, Bolero just got a tummy ache.
Yeah.
That he can recover
Well,
from.
to be fair,
So-
he got like an internal bludgeoning injury.
Yeah, Bolero is hemorrhaging internally. Bobby Bo. So the near-death injuries can occasionally roll massive damage injuries. That's one of the
I
effects.
see. Of course.
So you could have just lost your head entirely. He could have just had his head roll off, but instead of just one of his arms rolls off. So we now have 2 characters who have lost an arm. That brings us now to our sickened bouncy boy over here, who is going to start off by doing a little hop over to get a little closer to its quarry here. So I'm going to go for a Jaws strike on Bolero. That is a 16.
To hit Bolero?
Yes.
Let me see if I can find him in the darkness. That hits.
Okay. So Bolero's dying value increases by 1. It's then going to go for yet another Jaws strike against Bolero. That is an 18. So dying value increases by 1 again, which I believe would bring you to 4.
Correct. He is injured again.
So let's see what you get for your near-death injury. Psychological trauma. If you survive this, that's fair enough. So dying value will reset. You wounded is up to 2. Dying is up to 3. If you go down to dying 4 one more time, that's it. You're dead. That brings us now to our other bounder, who's going to start off by hopping over to Bobby Bo. It's going to go for a jaw strike on Bobby Bo.
What did we do to deserve
That is a 25 to hit. What did you do to
trying to
deserve this?
eat us?
Yes. They're monsters.
Oh no.
The monsters in this dungeon try to eat you. The soldiers try to capture you. That's how this works. And I gave you
Well,
an
I didn't
opportunity
know-
to fight the monster with soldiers at your side.
Yeah, and that
be
went
fair,
real
we were
bad
very
the first time.
injured.
You weren't really that injured. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Wallace and Eudora were pretty messed up, but still. Yeah. Your opportunity was squandered for one reason or another.
Fair enough. Anyways, that's a success, not crit.
Okay. So dying value increases by 1. So Bobabi Bo should be a dying 2, wounded 1 right now, which I have fixed. It is then going to go for another Jaws Strike. That is a 24. So dying value increases once again.
Yep.
Yep. That brings us now to Bolero. Why don't you go ahead and make that dying check for me, buddy? Dying value decreases by 1. You are now dying 2.
Here we go. All right. Our luck is turning around.
Mm-hmm. Brings us now to Finley.
Flat dying check, correct?
Yes, please.
That's a good 9.
A 9 is a failure. Your dying value increases by 1. You are now dying 2. And as you take persistent acid damage, you now go up to dying 3. Go ahead and make that recovery check. Hey, at least you're no longer taking acid damage. That brings us now to Remy.
It's a 19.
19's a success. Dying value goes down by 1.
Because they keep attacking us. This is really just increasing the soonness of her death rather than actually doing anything.
Yeah, then increases by 1 again as you take acid damage. Go ahead and roll that recovery check.
Should we just let them die?
Look at that! You managed to get the acid off again! So, at this point, as we hit the end of round 4, with everyone still actively dying, what do we say, kids? Are we going to keep this up, or do we want to call it?
My jaw is unbelievably tight, I will have you know.
I think it's time to see what the crew back at Gauntlight are up to. Well,
Okay.
back up at camp.
Now, here's one more thing that I'm going to give you each.
All right.
I want each and every character to roll a d20. Flat d20, no modifiers.
That's a 15. 17.
17.
Oh, sorry, 9.
And a 19.
Okay. All right. You all hear in your unconscious states a psychic message from Rin.
Oh.
I feel you in danger. I don't know if we can save you, but we can try.
So, who would you like to send down to attempt to fix this?
Oh, I suppose Tanya Berry's bread is kind of the only person I have, because
Pam.
what's her name still on the wall, and Eudora's unwell.
Yep.
Pam.
Yes.
I know we don't have the shrinking potion yet. But if we're going the divine intervention route, I think you know who I want to send down.
I want
Somehow.
you to have Bartholomew roll an alchemy check for me.
Okay. All right.
You know, we'll call this cooking, crafting or cooking lore.
Is it the same? We're gonna call this cooking. 27.
Yeah, that potion ain't done yet.
Fucker.
That being said,
Alright,
I
then,
do believe the
in that
squeeze
case-
action is still available. If you
Oh
really
god,
want
can
to.
you imagine the squeeze action? We would spend 2 hours just doing the squeeze action.
No,
it would take a whole other
we've
minute
learned,
of him doing squeeze.
We've learned from the fucking athletics checks.
Have we?
So Gart is going down on his own.
Okay.
That's all. It's him or Wallace, and Wallace is still not good.
Okay. So, Tanya and Gart now are joining into combat. So go ahead and roll initiative for them as
What
they
the
join
fuck
in from
did these
all the way down at the bottom there. As
Truthfully,
Rin
I'm
has
not sure this ends
frantically
any other
yelled to them.
way than Tanya and Gart also dying.
It could lead to that. It could also lead
Could,
to
however.
you saving some people.
Thing is, Gart's got a fuck ton of potions.
He's also currently encumbered.
Ah, shit.
So, up first, we have Bobabibo.
What do you want Bebo to do?
Actually, here's the real question. Which entrance would you have sent them down to? Would you have sent them down... Would Rin have sent them down to this main stair area, or would she have sent them... Because I think you did discover the secret staircase in the office.
I think it still would have been this main one.
Okay. So in that case, yeah, Bobabibo's up. Roll that dying check.
$19.
19, all right. Dying value goes down by 1. You're now dying 2. That brings us now to Gartholomew,
Right.
the Gart of Gart Scrub.
Yes, the one and only. How the fuck did I get all these healing potions, by the way? Did I take, is this every healing potion we have in stock?
I have no idea where you got 24 healing potions from. No.
Where the fuck did those come from? Can I leave, half of those back upstairs? Or, all of them?
Sure.
knows
You want
I
to
don't
leave
need
healing
24.
potions away from all of the people who need healing?
He does have a lot.
Buddy. Dude, if you could, I genuinely have.
Yeah, I think
so
you have
fucking
all of
many.
the healing potions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you want to put all the lessers in there?
Yeah.
In the stash?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. All the lessons.
Okay. Okay. Or, sorry, the minors, not the lessers.
Minors, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do the same for the elixirs of life or no?
I will keep the elixirs of life.
Okay. Cool. And that is that. So what would you like to do? You have 3 actions. You know what? Since
Oh,
your
and
turn
then-
is actually first, I'll put you
Okay.
in front of Tanya.
And then one final request I have.
Mm-hmm.
Can Gart have his walking cauldron with him?
Yes, the walking cauldron
It
is
walks-
always with you.
Okay, gotcha. So I am able to make quick tinctures.
Yes, just assume it's always with you. For some reason, it still affects your encumbrance even when it's...
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's no way to just easily toggle that, so just assume it's always with you.
Gotcha. All right.
Right.
We're gonna start off with a stride, 25 feet. Another stride. But 25 feet. And then whoa, Gart hears something.
Gart
What
now
the
sees
fuck is that?
Bobabibo getting eaten alive by a frog thing.
Ah, fuck, Bebo! That's my turn.
Okay. That brings us now to the sickened frog creature. There we go. All right. That brings us now to our sickened frog creature here, which is going to go after old mate Bolero. That is a Jaws attack against Bolero. That is a 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. It'll go now for another Jaws attack. There's an 11 to hit.
That also fails.
It is now going for one more Jaws attack. It gets a nat 1.
Wow, okay.
And for the record, I'm rolling all of these with a Foundry dice. So, audience, I am not 100% not fudging these. That was lucky for you. All right, melee. Rang your own bell. Until healed, you are deafened. This thing keeps trying to get to you, but for some reason, something is preventing it from getting to you, so it smacked its own hand against the wall.
God damn.
Oh, wait. Oh yeah, no, I'll go with that because technically it should have been an unarmed strike, but that does nothing because there's no allies within its reach. Actually, never mind. No, there are allies within its reach, so never mind. I am going to go with that. It critically hits the swarm with its jaws. Let me just double check that. Yeah, critically hit an ally within your reach, randomly determined by the GM. So technically, the swarm is within reach. So I'm going to say it critically hits the swarm there. 30 points of damage. Okay. Gets reduced ever so slightly. But that is a significant chunk. So there we go. The swarm is now somewhat injured. A whole bunch of them just get kicked and splat against the wall. That is the end of that one's turn. That brings now to the other one over with Bobabibo, who looks up, acknowledges Gart, and just boing. It is going to go for a big old jump. Let me just double check. Long jump.
Come at me, motherfucker.
Okay. So, it is going to start off by doing a little stride up, and then it is going to do a lovely little bouncing slam against you, jumping into your space. So this is going to be athletics against your fortitude DC, Gart. That is a 25.
Oh, that's a critical success.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, it's not. Wait, no, it is a regular success. Oh my god.
Okay. So in that case, you would be pushed back 5 feet, but there's nowhere to push you, so it just smacks you into the wall, bounces off of you, and is then going to attempt to pin you down and chomp on you. So this is going to be another athletics check, this time against your reflex DC.
Okay.
That is a 17 against your reflex DC.
That fails.
Okay. Oh, sorry, that would be a 12. I don't know why I didn't include the penalty I tried to put in there. 12.
That was a 12 against my reflex. That's a critical fail,
Yes.
actually.
Okay, so it instead manages to trip itself.
Ah, you fucking moron.
That is its turn. That brings us to Bolero. Go ahead and make that dying check for us.
4.
Oof, your dying value increases by 1. You are now dying 3. That brings us now to Tanya.
Okay, our girl Tanya is gonna start by, striding.
Ooh.
So that's 1 stride action. That's 2 stride actions.
And you now have eyes on one frog.
Oh, I have eyes on a frog. And that's 3
Okay.
stride actions.
That is the end of your turn then. That brings us now to Finley. Go ahead and roll that dying check, please.
That's 12.
12, unfortunately, is a failure, bringing you to dying 4, meaning you will take a near-death injury. Finley now has a limp if she survives this. So dying resets to 2, and you are wounded 1. That brings us now to Remy.
Let's see how Remy does. That's a 9.
Dying value increases by 1 to a total of dying 3. That brings us now to our swarm of spawn here who are going to... I'm gonna make a little roll for them here, just to see what they do. Okay. They are going to go for swarming bites as their first action. So Finley and Remy, please make reflex saves.
That's a nat 1 for Remy.
Oof.
And a dirty 20 for Finley. So
Okay, so Finley, dying value increases by 1. Remy, dying value increases by 2. So that would bring you to dying 4. Reset back to dying 2. You are now wounded. You are, however, going to just outright take a massive damage injury. You rolled, ignore this result and re-roll twice, taking both injuries.
Good lord.
Oh no.
Okay, so you've lost a hand, and you also got, again, ignore this result and re-roll on this table twice,
No,
so you get
no.
2 more. You lose your other hand and a foot.
I'm sorry, I have 3. I'm missing 3 limbs.
Yes. Not limbs, hands and feet, not arms and legs.
Well, to be fair, I don't have a foot. I have a hoof. Does that make any measurable difference to you?
That is your foot.
I know, but I'm being pedantic.
I know you are. The swarm is then going to begin moving, actually, towards Bobabibo. As Gart, you see this swarm of little frog things start rounding the corner. It's then going to take its final action to begin moving towards you.
Oh, what the
It
fuck
seems
is
that the calls the bigger one let out when it slapped onto the ground have attracted the swarm. That brings us around to the top of round 6 with Bobabibo.
Six.
Dying value increases by 1 to a total of dying 3. That brings us now to Gartholomew.
Okay. Fuck me. Let me just check my items here real quick. I had a plan for what I wanted to do on my turn, and then this fucking thing showed up. I'm gonna start with a recall knowledge, actually.
Okay. Just try to figure out what these are. All right.
Yeah.
What are you rolling?
I am going to roll. Given their similar appearance to frogs, I would like to roll cooking lore.
I had a feeling you were going to say that. Go for it.
$31.
Okay. You pretty instantly, in all your days of monster cooking, you pretty easily recognize a Gibtus bounder when you see one. They're a type of aberration, very rubbery, difficult to cook. Honestly, best part of them, tongue and the bone marrow. Easily the most appetizing part of the entire meal when cooking these things. However, because they're so rubbery, smacking them with blunt objects, not going to do it. And also, acid, they don't give a shit about it.
Okay. And if I wanted to cook one, how would a knife fare? Slashing it open.
You would imagine it would fare significantly better than a bludgeon,
Okay.
but probably just the same as anything else. You would guess, though, that the swarm is a slightly different story, though, because in general, it's harder to hit swarms.
Right. So, Art's gonna look down at the sap in his hand, the fucking ladle that he brought with him. Oh, fuck me. That's
He
25 foot
leaves.
stride.
Okay.
As he runs by Tanya, he's gonna say, "No, nah, get the fuck out, get the fuck out."
Okay. So that's your turn then. That brings
Yep.
us now to this first Gibtus, which is going to. It's gonna go for Bolero again. It's a Jaws strike. That's a nat 1 again.
Wow.
Critical fumble, unarmed, hit the wall. You are fatigued, as it does indeed hit the wall. It's so excited that it's giving itself a concussion.
God damn.
It's going to roll again. That's a 26.
That's another crit.
So Bolero, dying value increases by 2. Meaning that Bolero is now dead outright.
Damn. Rip cool old guy.
Bolero is now being actively eaten as this thing's final action. That brings us now to the other
Parol's
Gyptus,
coming back tomorrow.
which is going to
Fuck.
get up as an action. It is then going to spend its second action attempting to do a bouncing slam against Tanya. So this is going to be against your Fortitude DC. That is a 17.
That does not succeed.
All right, then. It is, in that case, going to go for a Jaws attack. That is a 15.
That is also not going to succeed.
Okay. That will bring us now to Tanya.
Okay. Hello. So Tanya is gonna go around this stupid frog thing, and then 2 actions probably to get through that fucking stupid frog thing.
Yeah, we'll call it 2 actions for that.
Jesus
she
Christ, how
sees
far down the
Bobabi
hallway is
Bo's-
the rest of me?
Well, Bobabibo is right there, next to you.
Okay. Mhm. Oh, I'm in the wrong... My bad. There I'm trying to be. Okay. Alright, and then I'm gonna use my last action to... I have that fucking feat that lets me throw health potions as bombs. So I'd like to throw a health potion bomb at Bobby Bo, please.
Okay. Healing bomb. So, yeah. Let's see. Throw it as if it were an alchemical bomb. So, yeah, go ahead and, I guess just use the versatile vial attack roll.
Okay, that's a 12.
12. And that is, let me just double check that that's actually against. This is so strange that it has you roll like this. This is yeah, weird. Anyways, a 12 is against Bobabi Bo to hit.
Like to hit Bebo with a potion?
Yes, it's a healing potion.
I see. Well, can I just accept that?
No, it's a roll. It does a 12 hit.
I see. A 12 does not hit.
Okay, so
But
that's a
he
failure.
should get some splash damage healing.
Target regains HP equal to the elixir's number of damage dice. Has to be an elixir of life. That's the other thing. But
Yeah, so it is an elixir of life. I just don't.
so
How many
What did I say,
damage
half?
dice does it have?
number of damage dice. So which elixir are you throwing? Just the minor one?
That's all I've got.
So that's 1. He gains 1 hit point.
Okay. Well, we're trying here.
So Bobabi Bo regains 1 hit point and is now awake. and is mortal. How long does your concealment last?
Oh, that was only until the start. Oh, I thought that.
Oh yeah, that's
shit.
way gone then.
Yeah, that's way gone.
All right, so Tanya, I believe that is your turn.
That is my turn.
So that brings us now to Finley. Go ahead and roll your dying check for me, please.
It's a 19.
19. Dying value decreases by 1. You are now dying 2. That brings us now to Remy. Go ahead and roll that dying check.
That's a 2.
2. Dying value increases by 2 as that was a critical failure, which would bring you to dying 4, meaning you get a near-death injury. Ignore this result and re-roll on this table twice, taking both injuries.
Holy shit,
You get
dude.
minor psychological trauma and an internal injury.
Frankly, the fact that it is only minor is somewhat offensive. I have lost 3 appendages. I have no hands, and I have a hoof that is missing.
So you are now wounded 2, dying 3. If your dying value increases to 4, I don't think you have toughness. So,
I do not.
yeah.
Remy has no mouth and she must scream.
If your dying value increases to 4 one more time, you are dead. That brings us now to our spawn swarm here, which is going to begin by moving over to Tanya, and is going to go for his bites. Reflex save, please,
Of
Tanya.
course it is. That's a 24.
That is a success. So you will take half damage. That is 5 points of damage. It is then going to go for a move. So it is now going to envelop both you and Boba Bibo.
Oh shit.
That is his turn. That brings us around to the top of round 7 with Boba Bibo, who's currently
Okay.
prone
Run, you
and
idiot,
in so
run!
much pain.
Tanya is yelling in his face.
Now, can I crawl?
You can crawl. You can move 5 feet as an action.
Oh, right, I'm missing a hand. Shit.
Well, that's nothing to do with missing a hand. That's just how crawl works. You can move, if you're prone and your speed is at least 10 feet, you can move 5 feet by crawling and continuing to stay prone. That is just how that
I
works.
see. Okay. Instead, what Bubba Bibo is going to do is stand up from prone with an action.
Okay.
Second action scamper.
Okay.
So he's going to run. He has to tumble through.
You don't have to tumble through the swarm. You can just move through the swarm. It's difficult terrain, though.
Okay.
But you have to end the movement in a space that's not adjacent to an enemy.
5, 10, 15, 20. Shit, so he can't. Fuck.
Can't go that way.
Can I scamper twice?
I believe so. I don't see anything saying you can't. Yeah, it has no traits, so yes, so long as you're adjacent to one enemy.
Okay. So if I scamper twice in a row, would I be able to? Because the end of my first scamper would get me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That would get me there. That's adjacent. But if I chain another scamper right onto it, could I keep moving?
I'm
Or
really debating it.
Alternatively, I could just stride and then scamper.
That might be your best bet.
I'm gonna stride first. That'll get me 25, so there.
Mm-hmm.
And then scamper.
Okay.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay. There you go. Bobby Bo has taken his leave of that scenario for now. That brings us now to Gart.
All right. Dart.
Your little lizard has just approached you.
Bebo, buddy, what the fuck happened down here?
I had to give them a hand for their combat.
And he is missing so much more than a hand. It is
Jesus.
gone, like, up to the shoulder. His arm is gone.
Holy fuck, bud. So, let me just... Gart is going to stride.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
And then he is going to devise a stratagem against this goober here.
Okay. So what does that do?
So I get to roll 1d20. Sorry, Jacob just replied to the gift in chat with "What the fuck happened?"
They are not doing well.
Okay, yeah. So I just get to roll a d20. Okay, so I'm going to keep that.
Okay.
So now I get to attack after this. And I think this should apply to a bomb.
If you're using attack stratagem, then that just applies to any strike against the chosen creature.
Gotcha. Okay. So then, yeah, I am going to make a strike with my blight bomb
Okay.
against that goober right there.
Okay,
using
so that uses the 19, and then do you add your modifier on top of that?
Yeah, I had my intelligence modifier instead of the usual mod.
Ah, I see. As well as, of course, your
So
proficiency.
Yeah. And so say I add 4, and then let's see, where is my proficiency?
I believe if you hit the devise a stratagem button, it might tell you. Yes, it does. If you hit the devise a stratagem button on your character sheet, that'll do the job for you.
Okay. All right, so that is a plus 13 to hit.
Okay, so what's that a total of? Let's see.
32, I think.
32. That is easily a critical hit.
Okay. So
So, lesser blight bomb.
going to be 10 points of poison damage.
Okay. Plus 2 times 1d4 persistent poison. So I'm going to say that means it's taking 2d4 persistent poison.
Okay.
So 10 points of poison damage plus 2d4 persistent poison. And I'm going to say you made this potion, right?
I already had it equipped. But yes,
okay.
I made it previously.
Here's what I'm going to say. What is your DC for alchemy?
My DC for alchemy. I mean, would that just be my DC?
Your crafting DC or your class DC? Right, you're not an alchemist class, so that would be your crafting DC.
Crafting, so that's a 23.
23? Okay. So I'm gonna say that has. Oh no, never mind. That doesn't work. We're just gonna stick with the basic 15 for persistent damage. That's
Okay.
significantly easier. Yeah, I was trying to mess with the mechanics, and there's a reason the mechanics are like that, I guess. All right, so it is now taking that 2d4 persistent poison, and I believe that is your turn.
It is my turn.
All right, that brings us now to the other one, who is going to continue devouring Bolero as all three of its actions. That brings us now to the poisoned one here, which is going to begin by doing a bit of a move there. Over to there. It is then going to attempt to leap at you and give you a kick. This is going to be athletics against your fortitude DC. That is a
the way
17.
that you said it made me think that you were going to say, give you a kiss.
I thought so too.
Well, that's what the other one's doing to Bolero, so.
Yeah. Very sharp kiss.
That's a really intense French kiss.
So
that was
a
a
17.
17?
Yes.
That fails.
All right, so it bounces back, and it will finish out by giving you a little nibble.
Love bite.
That is a 19 to hit.
That fails.
All right, it is the end of its turn, so it will take 6 points of poison damage. And let's make that recovery check. It fails recovery, so it is still poisoned. It is now bloodied. That brings us now to Tanya.
Okay. So Tanya is gonna. Okay. She's right here. She's gonna take one action to stride and get to there.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna take another action to take a elixir of life and chuck it at Finley.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 25, so it hits.
Okay.
So
that
I
means-
roll minor elixir of life.
Yes.
Okay, so she's going to take 4 points of healing, and Remy is going to take 1 because of Splash.
Okay. So that means both Remy and Finley are now conscious again.
So, sorry, I'm trying to manage 3 character sheets at the moment.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you are not dying, you are wounded. You are also not dying and are very wounded. Okay. She has one more action.
Mm-hmm.
That action is going to be... Can she close this door on the swarm?
No.
No?
No. Not only would you have to take an action to move back over there, but also the swarm is taking up the space, so no.
Yep, okay. In that case, she's gonna throw another minor elixir of life, this time at Remy.
Okay.
We're gonna see if we can do something with that. What was that total?
15.
Okay, so no, that does not hit, so they each get 1 additional hit point. So Remy has 2 hit points in total.
Does that deal the
Finley
splash
have-
damage even when you fail?
It should.
Nope.
No?
Nope. The splash damage is only on a success. On a
Hey.
failure, the target regains HP equal to the elixir's number of damage dice. That's it. So Remy
Is
regains
this-
1 hit point.
That's what I've been using as splash.
Right. And you get that for success,
Okay.
but not for failure. For failure, you just get to deal that splash damage.
Okay. Wait, so they can take the splash?
If you succeed, yes. If are you looking at the feat right now in your sheet?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So for success, the target is affected as though it drank the elixir, and each living creature adjacent to it regains HP from the bomb equal to the elixir's number of damage dice. For example, 3 HP for a lesser elixir of life. For a failure, the target regains HP equal to the elixir's number of damage dice. That only affects the target, no adjacent creatures.
So Remy gets 1 point of healing
Yes.
then, so she has 2 points total. Okay. That is the end of Tanya's turn.
Okay, that brings us now to Finley.
Okay, Finley is prone on the ground, so she's gonna go ahead and stand up to start.
Okay.
And then she's gonna go ahead and take out a torch. She's
Okay.
really blind.
You can see right now, you're just struggling. Actually, no, right. Outside of this area. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, she can't. She doesn't have dark vision. So she's gonna take out a torch.
Okay.
I'm gonna equip a torch. Just want to equip my torch, please.
I'll help you. I'll help you. Your
Okay,
torch is
thank
now lit.
you. Wonderful. And then she's going to take an action to stride. She has 30 feet movement. 5, 20, 30. Yep, okay. That's the end of her turn.
Okay, that brings us now to Remy, who is missing a foot.
She has 3, so we're gonna.
So here's the
limp like
thing.
one of those.
When you lose a foot, your land speed is reduced by 25%. And if you attempt to
Oh,
take
for
any
fuck's
move
sake.
action other than balance, step, or other actions determined by the GM, you have to roll a save. I'm going to say that since you have 3 feet, you can move normally. But you have the penalty still. So
I was about to start sending you photos of tripod dogs.
yes, you have the ability to move just 15 feet at a time.
Great. I'm building a prosthetic if I survive. Okay.
You're going to need a lot
15.
of prosthetics.
I.
And don't forget,
Don't
you
even
took an
wanna
action to
hear it.
stand.
Okay. I've moved 30 feet.
Excellent. You've moved 30 feet. That brings us now to our spawn swarm here, which is going to move in on Tanya there. So make a reflex save, please.
Hey. That is a 29.
That is a success. Half damage. So Tanya will take 7 points of damage. 3 piercing gets reduced to 1. 4 acid gets reduced to 2. So a total of 3 damage. It's then going to go for another one. So go ahead and roll another reflex save.
Well, that's a 12.
That is a critical fail. So you take 30 points of damage and begin taking 1d4 persistent acid.
Pardon me if after this session I just find a quiet room to scream into.
Fair enough. That brings us around to the top of round 8 with Bobabibo.
Okay, Bebo is going to begin by casting Ignition on the frog.
Okay.
What the fuck? That's a nat 1.
Okay, so let me go ahead and roll that fumble card for you. Number 45, that was a spell. Jumbled components, you are slowed 2 until the end of your next turn.
God damn it. Do I still get my last action?
Let me double check. You do, yes. So slowed
Okay, sweet.
starts when you regain your actions.
Okay. Then that's going to be a stride. Here, and does Bebo still have line of sight? Is this a wall here?
Yes.
Or
That is an invisible wall, so it's not a real wall.
gotcha.
It's
okay.
just a banister.
Sweet. That's his turn.
All right, then that brings us to Gartholomew.
Going to be another devise a stratagem. So let's roll that 1d20. That's a 7. So I'm gonna go on the defensive. So that will be the skill stratagem. You can't attempt to strike the target until the start of your next turn. You get a +1 circumstance bonus to your next intelligence, wisdom, or charisma-based skill check or perception check involving the target before you start your next turn. Yeah, so attempt to strike it. So what I will instead do I'm going to quick tincture.
Okay.
You quickly brew up a short-lived tincture, create a single alchemical elixir or tool of your level or lower. And so this is going to be the... Oh shoot, I can't craft the thing that I wanted to craft. Crap. Wait, what if I use quick alchemy here? Okay, I'm going to use quick alchemy instead of quick tincture.
Okay.
Wait, what the fuck? I can't make the thing that I want to make.
What are you trying to make?
My potion of emergency escape.
What's preventing you from making it?
I probably something in the rules. I don't know. I'm clicking use on quick
Hold on,
tincture, quick alchemy.
Let me read it real quick. Let's see. Create consumable, expend one of your vials to create a single alchemical consumable of your item or lower that's in your formula book. Is that in your formula book?
Yeah, it's in my formula book.
Don't have to spend the normal... Yeah, by all intents and purposes, you should be able to do that. So since it only works until the end of this turn anyways, I'll just say you get the bonuses. So you... Since it quite literally only lasts till the end of this turn. From what I'm seeing here. Excuse me. Wait, hold on. Yeah, one alchemical consumable.
no.
Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't work.
Weird. Although
yeah.
now that I don't know if I want to craft this though, actually, because I wouldn't be able to get any closer is the issue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to craft an alchemist fire instead.
Okay.
And then I don't know where the swarm is. If I quick alchemy this, does this only last until
It only lasts until the end of this turn, I believe.
Yeah.
It remains potent until only the start of your next turn.
Oh, dude, I fucked up by doing that. Devise a stratagem.
Slightly.
Shit. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to smash the alchemist fire on the ground here. And try to splash it.
I see. Okay, but you'll get yourself in it.
I have my backfire mantle.
What does that do again?
I get a +1 circumstance bonus to reflex saves against resistance 3 to splash damage from my own alchemical items.
Okay, I'll allow it. You'll deal splash damage. How much does it deal?
Let's see. Alchemist Fire deals... One splash.
You deal 1 point of splash damage.
Hell yeah. And now it's gone.
That is all. Yes. Alright. That brings us now to our bounder who... Oh, he shouldn't have been able to eat this whole time because he's sickened. We'll call that the reason that he keeps getting all these crit fails. So he's going to go ahead and try to decrease his sickened. Oh, wait. That's from Evil Eye. Is Evil Eye even active anymore?
Oh, I don't think so, actually.
Alright, well, he gets a 30. So I'm going to say that he's no longer sickened. And now he can spend 2 actions eating Valero's corpse.
Awesome.
That'll bring us now to the other bounder, which will go ahead for a Jaws attack on Gart here. That is a 16.
False.
Alright, that'll be followed by another Jaws attack on Gart. That is an 11.
Also fails.
Alright, that'll be followed by a spit attack at Bobabibo. That is a 15.
That fails.
Alright then. It will now take its 3 points of damage and make the recovery check. That is a successful recovery check, so it is no longer taking the poison damage. That brings us now to Tanya.
Okay, Tanya is going to go ahead and move 1, 2, 3. No, 3. And that's the end of her turn.
Okay. So you take your 3 points of acid damage and go ahead and make that recovery check.
Please let me roll the dice, Foundry. That would be very kind of you. That's a 15.
Success. You are no longer taking acid damage.
That's
Brings
nice.
us now to Finley,
Okay, Finley.
who has a limp and also has that 25% speed reduction.
Awesome, 10 out of 10. What is 25% of 30?
That would be... Shit. I can't do math. Hold on. 30 divided by 4. So that would be 7.5, rounded down 5. You take a 5-foot penalty.
Okay, so she can still move 25 feet, is what you're telling me.
Correct.
Per action. Okay. Let me 75. No, that's... We wanted to go this way, actually. 50. 75.
Okay. That'll bring us now to Remy.
Who has a much... lower...
And is also blind.
I forgot that was gonna be the case. Okay,
Alright, that's your movement
that's as far
then.
as she can get.
Alright. That'll bring us to our swarm here. Let's see, what is the swarm thinking right now? I think the swarm is thinking there's a much easier meal right here. In this direction. That brings us around to the top of round 9 with Bobabi Bo.
Unleash Psyche.
Okay. What does that do? Oh, right, that thing. Right.
It does that thing.
And you have one action this turn.
Fireball.
Are you actually casting Fireball?
Look, are you able to see the thing that I placed down here?
Yes.
I didn't catch any of us in it.
Oh my god, wow, that's impressive. Okay. I'll give it to you. Why not? So that's a reflex save, yes?
Yes.
Alright. That is a 25.
That is a success.
Alright. So, half damage.
11 points of fire damage.
11 points of fire damage, alright. It is singed. It is still bloodied. And
That, shield as final action.
you had one action this turn. You shouldn't have been able to cast Fireball at all. You were slow.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Shit. Oh.
So it did not take that 11 damage.
Fuck.
And you have that spell still. So why don't you
Oh,
try
well-
again?
Well, that's just gonna be a shield for this.
Okay.
Turn.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and delete that template. As we get to Gart's turn. And Bobabi Bo is no longer slowed now.
Yay. So we're officially fleeing now? Is that what we're doing?
Seems so.
Yeah?
Right. I'm going to, still gonna do something. I'm gonna quick alchemy. Again.
Okay.
Another alchemist fire.
Another one.
Another one. And then I'm going to load that into my weapon siphon.
Okay.
Let me just.
Interesting.
I'm now going to strike this thing with my sap.
Okay.
And that is a natural 20.
Holy shit. Okay. Critical hit deck. Number 15. What damage type is this?
Bludgeoning plus 1d4 fire.
Okay, so we're going to call this numbing blow. Normal damage, and the target becomes clumsy 1 for 1 minute and must succeed reflex save or drop one item it holds at random. So go ahead and roll normal damage.
Okay, will it still take resistance?
Yes.
Either way, that's
against
7 bludgeoning, 2 fire.
Okay, so it only resists the bludgeoning, so that'll be bludgeoning reduced to that, and then fire is just that. So it is still bloodied.
Okay. And that is Gart's turn as he fucking whacks this thing across the jaw with a ladle.
Okay. That brings us now to that one. That one is that one's done eating. So he's gonna start hopping. You hear slapping coming down the hallway
Oh, fuck me.
as another bounder rounds the corner. That is his turn. That brings us to the clumsy one, which is going to start off by... It's going to start off by attempting to spit at Tanya. That is a 28 to hit Tanya.
That's gonna hit Tanya.
Okay. So Tanya is going to take from that 8 points of acid damage, plus... Hold on. This is difficult to read. All right, yeah. So that's gonna... yeah, that's 8 points of acid, plus you begin taking 1d6 persistent acid. Oh, I'm sorry. That's 12 points, including splash.
Yay.
It is then going to go ahead and try to do a bouncing slam on Gartholomew. So it's going to be athletics against your fortitude, my friend.
All right.
So that is going to be a 10.
That fails. Not
Normal or
crit.
critical? Okay.
Regular.
It will, in that case, then go for a bite against you. That is a 12.
That fails.
All right, that brings us now to Tanya.
Hey, Tanya is gonna...
Now there are 2 of them.
This is getting out of...
Knowing that, she's gonna get the fuck out of Dodge. Thank you.
Okay. So I would say with all 3 of your actions, yeah, Tanya ascends the stairs and is now out of combat. Will, however, take the persistent damage. 6 persistent damage, to be precise. And go ahead and make that recovery check for me. You're still taking that damage. Finley is up.
Hold on, let me alter her thingamajig. Okay. I need to close that sheet, and then I need to center Finley somewhere on the fucking board.
Finley is
Ping her
right
token.
over here. I got her. I got you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Finley is going to... 5... Okay, she's gonna get there. Then she's gonna battle medicine herself.
Okay.
Hope she doesn't fucking kill herself in the process, because that would be...
It would be bad, but it would be incredibly funny in a really horrible kind of way.
It would be really on brand for me.
25. Critical
Okay.
success.
Oh, excellent news. That's what, 4d8?
4d8. 4d8. Correct.
Yes, the dice, not the number.
Yes.
Though how lovely would it be if it was the number?
8.
8 points of healing.
There you go.
Okay.
You're back up to 12 now.
I'm back up to 12, and I still have an action, right?
Correct.
Great. What I'm gonna do with that action is I'm gonna go ahead and cast Ocean's Balm on myself.
Okay.
I regain 3d8 hit points, and I would get a resistance 2 to fire for a minute, which is highly unlikely to matter in any reasonable context. But
Hey, you got it.
the important part is the 3d8. Just give me my sheet is blocking. That's the 18, because
Nice.
4d8 was 8, I guess. That's normal.
Yeah. That is how your luck would go.
Okay.
So
That gets
you're
me
in much
to
better shape now.
30 whole hit points.
you are now in significantly better shape. Still
Okay.
limping though.
That is the end of her turn.
Yes, that brings us to Remy.
Oh, poor sweet Remy. Who's gonna go? Why can't I
That
go?
is a wall.
That is a wall. Is it further this way? Yes, it is. Okay, 30 feet. She's gonna get 40 feet, and she's gonna close that door.
Okay. That brings us now to our swarm here. They're doing their
This is
thing.
really testing my knowledge of the layout of
It really
this
is. Honestly,
place.
I'm very impressed that you've navigated all the way there.
Solid.
That brings us now to Bobabi Bo.
Now, Boba Bebo,
Who is currently still, I believe, at 1 hit point.
I told him to run.
got those actions.
I
though,
said
right?
fly.
Got those
Fly,
actions
you
back?
fool.
Got all of his actions back.
Yep. Oh yeah. You don't have slowed anymore. Oh god. So you unleash Psyche again. I think I know what you're doing. Are you fireballing the same spot again?
Call me Mr.
I
The
don't
resounding
Worldwide.
silence was
Yeah.
haunting.
The resounding
Fireball.
silence for the podcast listeners was for our visual people consisted actually of Colby moving his mouse cursor around. Okay, so that'll be 2 reflex saves. We'll start with the fatigued one. Fatigued one rolls a nat 1,
Oh, buddy.
so that's a critical fail. The other one gets a 25.
That succeeds.
Okay, so 1 critical fail, 1 success.
So so as this happens, Bebo's, his little candle is going to fucking explode on his head, and he's going to shriek. And
Okay.
does he have? Can I say he has his other arm with him?
Yes, sure, why not?
Holding his severed arm in his hand. That hand is going to be pointing at them as he screams.
Okay, so now you have dealt 38 damage to the one that crit failed and 9 damage to the one that regular succeeded.
Yep.
So they are now both quite bloodied.
And then he's gonna stride stairs.
Okay,
and leave.
so you end your turn at the bottom of the stairs, so you're still vulnerable.
Well, so that's 15.
Oh, 15? Okay, so actually, never mind.
20,
You do get
25. Yeah, he
You
can
do
get
start making your way up the stairs then.
Okay.
So you are now out of combat and as safe as you're gonna get for now. That brings us to Gart.
Fucking shit, Bebo.
So yeah, I'm just gonna take Bubo out of initiative there. So he's no
Right,
longer
so-
in play at all.
Gart is going to quick alchemy,
Okay.
and with that, he is going to make that potion of emergency escape.
Okay.
And he is going to instantly drink that bitch.
Okay.
So that
Makes you fleeing and gives you a plus 40-foot bonus to your speed, I believe.
yep, and instantly stride. So he gets to instantly stride 65 feet. Bye.
Yeah, Gart easily gets the fuck out of dodge. No longer in combat. Okay. So, that brings us now to our bounders here. You can hear them begin for a moment to slap after you, and then you hear the slapping begin to get further and further away. So that is them. That brings us now to Tanya. Go ahead and roll that recovery check for your acid as you take 1 point of acid damage.
The nat one.
Okay, so you are still taking acid damage. But you take your turn. I'm going to say with this turn, you're able to get to the top of the stairs, which firmly brings you enough out of combat where you're able to safely get the acid off yourself.
Lovely.
So you are no longer taking that acid damage.
Wonderful.
All right. Finley,
Yep.
you're up.
There's no way I can swap the order of these characters, is there?
You can, by just saying you want to wait until something happens. You can just move their positions in initiative. So you can
Cool.
hold Finley's turn if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until Remy goes ahead of me.
Okay. So Remy is up then.
Okay, Remy goes 15, 25, 30, 45 into the darkness.
Okay. Remy, under your remaining feet, you feel yourself stumbling down a set of stairs, and then you hit sand. Finley,
Yes.
you're up.
Okay. 20. Oh, yeah. Just gonna stand here and just wait for Remy to come back up to where the...
Okay. Those stairs go down, just so you're aware.
These ones go down?
Yes, those go down.
I thought this was a stairway up.
Nope, that goes down to the library.
Well, fuck me. I don't know where I'm going then.
Well, you've hit the water right here.
I know I've hit the water. I just don't remember where the water goes.
I think at this point we can say you are out of combat, as you believe your threat is so far behind at this point that they're going to have to actually actively track you down again if they want to get you. So, Finley and Remy, you are now out of combat and hurting like crazy.
Yeah, I'm not doing
hit the
well.
flooded cavern. Yeah. Yeah, Remy is... Oh my god, poor Remy losing both hands and a foot.
My god, man, you kept rolling. Roll 2 and take both.
Oh my god, that was
the
horrific.
the fucking roll 2 into roll 2 chain.
That was actually
fuck?
insane. Let me just confirm that was specifically for massive damage, I believe. There is a 1 in 8 chance of that happening.
Of it doing it twice, or of it doing it at all?
Of it doing it at all.
So the fact that it happened
So the fact that it happened
4 times?
yeah, is actually bonkers. And then that it also happened again, which is a 1 in 12 chance for your near death. Utterly bonkers.
In case anyone had ever doubted that the universe hates me specifically.
So yeah.
I would like to pretty please take the back stairs up.
You, now that you've Well, you would know that if there are no back stairs. If you want to get up, you're gonna have to risk going back around and dealing with those frogs again. Unless
Great,
you want to see
excellent.
where
I'm
the
gonna
water
just-
takes you. Or if you want to go to the library and see if you can find another path up that way.
Okay, I'm gonna take several 10-minute pauses, just real quick.
Okay.
First and foremost, Remy Raddington is taking a resolve rest,
Okay.
because she still has those. Poor Finley has nothing. Okay, so she gets 25
Well,
hit
Finley
points
does
back.
have one thing: hit points.
Okay, well now she has hit points. Then we're going to go ahead and have Remy try and treat her wounds.
Okay.
You know, her several amputations. That should be an 18.
That is a success.
She's going
2d8.
to take 2d8. That's 10 points of healing.
Okay.
Then
And Remy is no longer wounded as a result of that.
she is going to take... Would... Finley is still wounded.
Correct.
Okay,
What the
Hi,
fuck?
Jacob. What? We're still in a session. Okay.
the fuck does he mean he's in a rodeo?
He's in Colorado still.
Bro is on a constant side quest.
For our
Okay,
audience, as that was not recorded, Jacob just joined the call for 30 seconds to tell us he's at a rodeo. And it's loud.
Remy's gonna take a healing potion from her saddlebag and drink it.
Okay. Is Finley treating her own wounds?
Yes. So that's 8 more points of healing. To
Now here's the question.
Remy.
How does Remy take the potion out of the bag without hands?
She's gonna ask for Finley's help.
That's gonna be the really tough part. Also, you dropped your weapons when you lost your hands.
Awesome. Awesome. So now I don't have my pistol, and I don't have my sword.
Mm-hmm.
What I do have is a blunderbuss and a crossbow in my saddlebags.
If only you had hands to use them.
This is gonna get real ableist real quick if you don't come up with some solutions.
There are prosthetics. That's totally a thing.
We are in the middle of a nightmare village.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, Finley's gonna go ahead and... Oh, let's see what's in her bag.
Somebody's gonna have to learn how to bone graft.
I will find a way to murder you. Don't you worry about it.
Please. Please.
Okay. Finley is gonna go ahead and try and treat her wounds.
I thought you already treated your wounds.
No,
you
she
didn't.
battle
Sorry,
medicined, but she didn't treat the
I
wounds.
applied the condition. I guess you didn't roll, so yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Okay,
Success.
that's a 15.
2d8.
So
Barely
it's 2d8.
success. It would have been really bad.
Okay, so she is back at full with no stamina, and... No, that's 38, not 28. Remy is basically at full. Minus like 1 hit point. Okay.
So why don't we, real
Sure.
quick, roll over to what everyone who escaped is doing. So Gart, Bobby Bo, and Tanya all book it up the stairs.
Fucking hell, Bevo, what happened to your hand?
A little bit more than his hand, don't you think?
Yeah. Ah, shit. Come on, we gotta get that on ice. We gotta get that ice.
Eudora is gonna
Probably
go
ready to
over.
test that.
Do you want that? I'll take it.
I'd like to remind you that you don't have ice right now, I don't believe.
Ah, fuck, we don't have ice. Shit, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Nick's gonna fucking kill me, man. Oh, shit. You doing okay, Bebo?
Bebo just makes no noise and collapses.
Oh, no, sorry. I made some, like, fucked up noises with the back of my throat.
I see.
I guess they just
Could
didn't
not
pick
hear
up.
any of them. No, I'm sure the audience got them though, so it's fine.
But yeah, Bebo makes those noises and collapses.
Fair enough.
And then, Gart's going to turn to Eudora. They were gone for 5 fucking minutes. What happened?
I don't know. They were gonna go shoot the frog thing through the well.
This is bad.
I came up to take a nap. I'm not responsible.
Yeah, no. What's responsible is this fucking hellscape that we found ourselves in. Holy shit. And who the fuck knows who else survived that? You got you, me, Bebo.
Well, technically, Tanya is the one who survived. Eudora just came over to see if anyone was interested in giving up the arm.
We lost, the fucking old guys down there. The horses down there. And then, the water one is down there, right? Did I miss anything, Tanya?
Tanya nods. Yeah, I got Finley and Remy up, but God knows where they ended up. I didn't see them after. And Valero was being eaten when I was in the room, so not much chance on him.
That's fine, he was an asshole. No, it's not fine. We needed that fucking bird, man. Oh, shit.
If it matters, the bird died.
Yeah, I figured as much.
No, not in the frog thing.
No,
Well, in the first frog thing, I guess, but not in the new frog thing.
I know. Everything that fucking goes down there is dead. Alright, and Bebo's my fucking responsibility, man. This shit happens. feed these people.
Davina comes over carefully. So I've listened to what you've been saying here. What is it that exactly we're dealing with? Frog things?
Yeah, big
They
fucking
spit
frogs.
acid,
They were called.
and they're very rubbery.
What did you say
Gyptus.
they were called?
Gyptus.
Yeah, some fucking gyptus. They're just these little fucking frog things.
I feel like I remember hearing something about my old friends who disappeared. I feel like they encountered something like that. Yeah.
Oh, what, did it fucking kill all them too?
No, they lived.
Oh, good for them.
I don't know what killed them off eventually, if they're even dead. But so what do we know about these things? Because
Well,
Eudora, you said there were multiple frog things. There was a different frog thing.
There was a big one downstairs where we were. It was killing all the soldiers. And then we ran because, Wallman and the bird were fucking dying, and I wasn't doing so hot, so we ran. And then Finley thought that you could shoot down in the well. So they went to go shoot in the well, and Remy took my place, and
Right. Okay.
I don't know. Now I guess there's a bunch of them.
I got that part. You did. So you didn't see the little frogs.
no,
Before.
No, I wasn't down there for that part.
Well, we fought.
Right, I know
the
what I'm
frogs.
saying-
That's what
what I'm
fucking
s-
ate the old man alive. The little
Right.
fucking frogs.
I know. What I'm saying is, where did they come from? Because if the big one is spawning the little ones, we've got a huge problem.
Yeah.
Because if it's spawning a whole bunch of little ones, that could easily overwhelm us if they try to come up here.
Yeah.
Let alone the fact that it could easily overwhelm the entire floor down there. And at least the Inaras wouldn't be able to get to us through that, but we wouldn't be able to get to them either.
While she's saying all that, Gart is going to strike a match and light up one of his dirty cigarettes.
This entire
what-
fucking thing is a big fucking problem, man. Everything about this fucking place.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
You all signed up for this. You could have run. But you didn't. For better or for worse. Hopefully for better in the long run.
Yeah, well, I got people to take care of. I got shit riding on this. So,
Well, then I guess we gotta figure out what to do. Because something tells me I'm not going to be able to hold all them off.
yeah.
If they
And,
come up here.
What do we know about them? Is there anything they're weak to?
Oh
Would you like
god,
to
what
make
is
a
it?
Recall knowledge check.
Sure.
Could I aid in that?
I'll account for it.
Okay.
Okay, let's have Tanya make this recall knowledge check. Let's go with nature. That's a solid 14.
Well, you don't know anything about Jibta specifically, Tanya, but you would know that, the little ones at least, they didn't seem all that durable as individuals. So in theory, if you were to throw some bombs at them, that'd probably hit them pretty hard. At least the swarm of the little ones. Bigger ones, you don't know. That's a different problem entirely. But you'd gather your best bet against a swarm like that, probably to use area of effect and splash damage as much as possible.
And then, did you say that they don't care about acid? They don't care about acid when I did my
Correct.
recall knowledge check?
Correct. Because they're full of it, so.
I see.
So we don't know how to deal with the big one that's theoretically spawning the little one.
Now, here's what I'll say. Gart, if you'd like to make a recall knowledge check on the big one, since you succeeded on your one about the Gyptus in the first place,
Okay.
you might have some insight here.
Yeah. So I guess I will do cooking here. 16.
Yeah, you don't know what this big thing is that they're talking about. You typically know that, you've never heard of a Gyptus getting bigger. That's sort of unheard of for you. But they definitely, the ones you saw down there, the swarm were definitely spawn. The bigger ones were regular old Gyptus bounders. So it's entirely possible that if those were full-grown adults, they might have even been the ones spawning the swarms.
Well, they don't get any bigger, but I guess that's
Well, I'm telling you
adult.
that there's a big fucking frog thing that spits acid.
Yep. Okay. All right, first on the agenda. Bebo, get over here.
And Bebo is still lying down on the ground. Scar is going to force feed him one of the, actually pulling from the party stash for this. One of the oh, never mind. Not pulling from the stash. I had it on me. One of the elixirs of life.
Okay.
The minor ones. Or, sorry, no, lesser. There we go. Jesus.
Okay.
That's 20 points of healing for
Excellent.
Boba Bebo.
And then, second order of business. Since we are now down 3 fucking people, I'm going into overtime on that, potion for big guy. Because you need another body down there.
At this point, Rin comes in. Well, that is somehow worse than I thought. Where are the... Well, so obviously the elf is dead. The other two still have not appeared, to my knowledge.
Yeah, and who fucking knows where they're gonna be at this point.
Well,
the fucking Inara's probably got them.
If it helps at all, I have spoken to the prisoners you rescued, and they are willing to help us in any capacity. They are not particularly powerful individuals. Most of them are just regular old people. But one of them is a good hunter. One of them is an acolyte of Nethys. He knows some magic that could be useful. So you have access to those prisoners who you have rescued as well.
Okay.
For future use.
All right.
Though they have asked me to let you know that they would very much prefer to survive this.
Oh, yeah.
And that they might also wish to be equipped a little better.
All right. Where's the fucking Nethys acolyte? That's the god of knowledge, right?
Yes. Dynarchus, please. And coming in behind her is a... I don't think Gart would have met him yet. a tall, pale-skinned, red-eyed Nephilim. Looks somewhat similar to Rin. Looks like a fairly young man, relatively. Comes in. Yes. Happy to be of use.
Yeah, hey, come with me. We're making potions. Get to the kitchen. I'll join you later. Go to the kitchen.
I don't
bring the pot to a
know
boil.
too much about potions, but I can do my darndest.
Well, you're gonna learn. I need a lab assistant.
All right. All right. So let's quickly, before we go back to Finley and Remy, let's quickly go over your prisoners that you have here, or your freed prisoners that you have here. So you have the Acolyte of Nethys, who has a +5 to crafting, so he can help with crafting. But his main thing that he has is magic, so he has access to heal, harm, magic missile, things like that. You also have a fishmonger. Her main purpose for you would probably be, if not fighting, like fishing lore and sailing lore and related knowledge. You have a saddler. He's just a commoner. And he's got one arm, so he can't really do a whole lot for you. But if you need to know something about
to
saddles...
be fair, he fits right in with the party at this point.
So if you need to know something about saddles, he could definitely probably help you with that.
We're gonna be called
you
the
also have
Well,
a
if
warriors.
Remy survives.
You have a roofer, who's similar deal. He is on the stronger side, so he's probably a little bit better when it comes to combat. But that's, unless you want to know about architecture, that's the bulk of his thing. But he does have a +15 to architecture lore. And then the other person you have is a hunter. So he's actually a ranger. He has some ranger spells, and can help in combat if you equip him, because he is a decently leveled ranger. So you have some NPCs who can help you out with going into Gauntlight and with all of your resources, who you have not had a chance to interact with yet because you freed them and then spent several sessions underground. So this is the first time we're actually getting around to talking about them. So that's something to think about. I can start putting them in the activities tracker if you think that would be helpful.
Potentially, yeah.
But let's head on back to our friends still down below, as it has now been a solid 30-ish minutes, and they still have not surfaced. So let's go see what they're doing at this point, as we know they have been healing each other.
Finley has a potion of expeditious retreat, which she's going to give to Remy.
Okay.
And you're going to say, oh, how is she holding it? I'm literally going to have her hold it by her mouth. And then when the moment comes, she's going to flip her head back.
Okay. So she's just got it open in her mouth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sounds very safe. Especially for a horse hobbling around on 3 legs.
Not a word. You took 3 of my limbs. And you're gonna say not limbs. They're functionally limbs. Buddy boy.
Hey, at least there's a little bit less to have to build prosthesis for.
I want to separate them. Why can't they be separated? There they are. Nope, that didn't work.
I will assist you. There you go.
Thank you.
So, yeah. You start tracking back through the halls. Currently, you hear and see nothing of Gauntlight, or of these creatures, these weird bouncing creatures.
Okay. If I go down this way, this leads me to the room with the body? No.
The room with the that'll lead you to the elevator.
Okay, the
and
elevator's not gonna help me.
The room with the worm corpse.
Right, there's nowhere to go from there. Okay. We're gonna go this way.
You would remember there is a secret door in the hallway where, next to the room where you fought those bouncing things, and there is a staircase going up in there. However, you still would have to get past the room with the frog things. As you begin stalking downwards, you hear the horrid crunching of bones.
Oh, that's so nice. I love bone crunching. I don't know why you would say otherwise. Just gonna
And as you
move quickly.
Let's just go back up here for a second. As you go past the room, which is still illuminated by one of the torch sconces in there, as well as your light that you've just cast on it, you can see the swarm of Gibtus and the other ones appear to have completely devoured all biomass that was Bolero.
Cool.
They are still crunching away on bones, and a lot of the little ones are starting to get bigger. And the bigger ones are also starting to get fattened up, and you see these, like, in the brief moment that you look at this one that's right across from you, as it turns around and looks at you, it looks like it's got sacs that are starting to fill up on the sides of its face. And you can see what looks like something either bubbling around or moving around in those little sacs. So,
This is hell. I'm in hell.
here's the fun part. Do you remember where the secret door is? As we get ready to roll initiative again.
Uh-oh.
No? Who the fuck do you think I am?
So, why don't we make ourselves a little bit of a flat check for both of them, please?
The 17. That's a 19.
Okay, so you remember that it's somewhere in the area of this wall, right here. But you also remember it being borderline invisible. It's time to roll initiative again.
Well, good luck.
So,
If this is how I die, I might actually kill you.
you have 5 characters for a reason. This is the campaign
I know.
you voted for.
I know. I just...
So we'll start with the Spawn Swarm. They're not going to get their turn this first round because they're busy. So that'll bring us now to the Clumsied Bounder, who's the one who actually saw you in the first place. I'm going to say that he gets 2 actions this turn as he finishes swallowing a femur.
Oh,
Then
not a
going
femur.
to go ahead and spit at Remy. That is a 29 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. So Remy will take That looks to be... yes. That would be 8 points of regular plus 4 points of splash to both of them, and Remy begins taking splash damage. Or not
Give me a
splash,
moment.
persistent damage. So that's 1d6 persistent to Remy. And 12 damage to Remy outright, 4 to Finley.
Yep. Okay.
Right.
It's done, correct?
It has one action remaining, which it will use to spit again at Remy.
Kind of it.
That is an 11.
That will not quite manage.
All right, so it will only deal the splash damage. Yes. Unless that was a critical failure.
What was it against?
11 against Remy.
Isn't a critical failure only a nat 1?
No, critical failure is still 10 under because this is splash.
Oh, yeah, my AC is 23, so...
Okay. So, yeah, no splash damage.
Okay.
All right, then. That brings us now to Finley.
Okay. Can Finley reach over and close this door?
No. You'd have to move over there first, then take an action to close the door.
She is going to go down there. She's gonna close that door with an action.
Okay. 2 actions, so 1 action remaining.
Now, last action. She is going to... I'm in the wrong character sheet. That would be why I don't recognize any of this. She's gonna go ahead and rage.
Oh my god, you weren't raged that entire last fight.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you go ahead and rage as your final action. Except, actually, wait, no, yeah, you have a free action rage at the start of combat every single time.
I know.
Girl.
At least I know this time, but...
So you don't have to spend an action to rage there. Just apply
Okay,
the
then I
effect
will
and you have
just
an action remaining.
apply the effect of rage. Why not just...
I'll deal with applying the effect of rage. You figure out what you're going to do for your turn.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go just there, because that
Right.
should still give enough light for Remy
Nope,
to see
Remy
while
is in
still...
the dark.
Completely?
Well,
There's nothing around the corner?
No, sorry. She's left in the dark, but she can see around the corner. Yes, sorry.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Okay. That brings us now to the other one, which is busy eating, so it's not going to get a turn this round. That brings us now to Remy.
Okay, Remy is gonna go ahead and swing her head back and take that potion of expeditious retreat.
Okay.
Which, let me pull up the...
Or potion of emergency escape, you mean?
Is that what it's called?
I think they're the same thing. Because that was the one that I moved from your inventory, between
yes.
inventories. So, yeah, okay.
That's the one.
Yay, copyright. So, yes. You gain that effect. So you are now fleeing and have that 40-foot bonus to all speeds. Which then has the quarter taken off. So it would be a quarter of 60 is removed now instead of 20. So that would be 15 feet penalty.
Okay, so I can go 45 feet each stride.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Her sad little leg is gonna hobble her. Okay, 45 feet. $90.
And yeah, that gets you up and out. Yeah, Remy is now out, but not entirely safe because she's taken the persistent damage. So I'll just say you take that 3 points persistent damage, and then you get to the top. You're able to get helped. So that means we are now only dealing with Finley here in danger. So our spawn swarm is going to take their turn. Two actions brings them there. So 3 actions brings them there. So they are flooding around Finley now. They do not get to attack, though. Brings us now to our clumsy bounder. Gets to do that. Followed by that. And then gets to make a spit attack at Finley. That is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. That is going to be total of okay. 4 points of regular damage, 2 points of splash, for a total of 6 points of damage, plus the 1d6 persistent acid.
Okay.
That is its turn. That'll bring us now to Finley.
What was the 1d6?
What do you mean the 1d6?
Did you roll the 1d6?
For what?
Oh, it's at the end of my turn, right?
Yeah, end of your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, persistent damage is end of your turn. Sorry.
You were like, and then the 1d6, and I was like, okay, what's the 1d6?
Yeah, I just had to put it in.
Okay. So I have 25 feet of movement per thing, right? Oh, I have 35 when I rage. So with my limp, it's 30?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do math. But I believe that would be correct. Yeah. Yeah, 30.
Let's try and drag me through the fucking wall. Okay. 5... 25... Okay, 30.
To place a waypoint, you can do control click. That's how you do waypoints. There we go.
Good to know.
I've been wanting to figure out how to do that for ages, and I just never thought to look.
Okay, 60 feet gets me to the bottom of the stairs. Not there. There. And then another run.
All right, that's enough to get you up the stairs enough for me to consider you out of combat.
Great.
So, finally, after a long, hour, pretty much, Finley and Remy stumble up the stairs and join the rest of the group. So here we are.
Finley is just going to be coughing up a lung. Okay, bad news. really bad news.
Holy shit, you're alive.
The swarm, getting bigger.
Oh.
The other ones, I think they're planning to have another swarm. Someone should get them some family planning things. Good God.
Fuck me.
This has been a bitch of a day, and someone needs to get her medical attention. She's gonna point at Remy, who I imagine has just kind of collapsed in a heap.
Yeah, Remy has no way of climbing the ladders to get out. Remy is currently stuck in the pit.
Oh, shit. Well, my stubby legs aren't getting you up there. Hey, Lurbug help.
Lurbug still can't fit.
Lurbug squeeze.
Lurbug may attempt to squeeze. Make
Lurbug, if he rolls a nat 20, can get in the room.
Make an acrobatics check.
Will never be able to leave the room again.
Oh my god, he got the nat 20!
He will never be
Over the
able
course-
to leave this room
Over the
again.
course of a
fucking
minute,
God.
Lurbug is able to squeeze through. And is now in the pit room. Possibly forever. But now he can actually participate in the adventure.
Yay!
Except for the fact that he can't fit in the hallways.
After 13 sessions.
He can fit in the hallways, he just can't fit in rooms.
No, you can't fit in a lot of the hallways either. A lot of the hallways are one wide.
Oh, fuck me. Anyways, he's gonna pick up Remy.
You really made such a decision going with a large character for a dungeon crawl.
I thought it would be funny.
It is funny, but not in the way you intended, I don't believe.
Anyways.
To be fair, none of this has been how we would have intended it to be.
Anyways, Lurbug is going to pick up Remy Reddington
Okay,
and gently set her right there.
okay.
Lurbug help
But what
anytime.
good I am as a gunslinger without any hands, or as a medic, or as a horse. Oh god, someone's gonna send me to the glue factory.
Maybe you can fire a gun with your toes.
I don't have toes.
No,
She's gonna waggle a hoof at you. She's gonna waggle a hoof.
They stole your toes too.
So, Ren will say, well, I don't know if it will actually be all that helpful, but we do have one of the prisoners who your group freed is a saddler, so he knows a thing or two about horses. He might be able to help a little bit. Especially if somebody else perhaps knows how to craft things like prosthetics. But you
I'm
might
sorry.
be out of commission for a little while.
I'm sorry. I got the mental image of Remy riding another horse. I thought that's what that was going at first.
I think I technically have a feat that allows someone to ride on my back.
You do
is
have a
the
feat.
point.
People are allowed to ride on you in general. You have a feat that allows people to be able to ride on you and get all three of their actions. That's what you have the feat for.
Yeah, we should really do something with that.
Granted, they have to be like at least, I think, 2 sizes smaller than you, or at least they have to be at least 1 size smaller than you. So only small creatures can actually
Do we
ride
actually
on you.
have anyone who could ride me?
Tanya,
Okay.
Bobby Bo, Mitch. No, not Mitch. What's the Dexter? Dexter is the one who likes feet. Gart. You have a decent cast of size small characters.
Okay, that's fine.
Paziski.
can saddle.
No, Lurbug cannot.
Lurbug single-handedly shatters every remaining bone in Remy's body.
Hang on.
Remy's
I have an image for
poor,
this.
broken body.
So, for the sake of keeping items organized, I will eventually make a pile with what items of Bolero's survived, and that will include Remy's lost weapons. And actually, come to think of it, we should probably figure out which of Remy's 4 hooves she lost and which arm Bobabibo lost.
Yeah.
So
Okay, how are we figuring out which of my hooves are gone?
So
I'm gonna
why
flip
don't
a coin for me.
Yeah, you flip a coin. Heads is left arm, tails is right arm.
Okay, so do we want to go D4?
You're gonna do a D4, and then 1.
Even is right side, odd is left side,
Sure, that works.
low is front, high is back.
Sure.
I'm gonna not know what it is the second that I roll it, but that's fine.
Front left.
1. So, yeah.
All right. And what did you get, Colby, for Bobabibo?
This is a 2.
Right.
We're gonna say that's tails, right? That makes sense.
Yes, you have lost your right arm. I've
okay,
noted that in
he's
the
all right.
conditions.
Oh, thank you.
And which hand was Eudora missing again? I don't remember. I think it was her left hand.
I feel like it was her left hand.
Yes, I'm just going to write that down as well for the sake of consistency. All right. So yeah, as you have now finished the Tay's Gauntlight journey, and what a journey it was.
What a day.
That is where we're going to end tonight's session.
What a day, Captain.
Yeah. So, Remy, how are you feeling?
Like I'm gonna be sent to the glue factory.
Me too. Tanya, how are you feeling?
Well, she did her job pretty well. Everyone who was alive when she got down there stayed alive and left.
Well, that's good. Finley, how are you feeling?
There are so many more frogs.
Mm-hmm. Gart, how are you feeling? How is Gartholomew and Volivio feeling?
Oh, I just groaned very loudly.
Oh, sorry, we didn't hear that at all.
Sorry.
Yeah, we didn't get that at all.
Well, that's what happened.
I mean, spiritually, yes, but audibly, no.
And
I see.
Bobabibo, how are you feeling?
I am all right.
He's missing his right arm.
You are actually all left.
I'm all that's left.
How are we feeling as players?
Frogs? Fucking frogs did this?
Yep. Really angry alien frogs. Or not even angry, hungry alien frogs.
What do we have to do to compel you to get a level up?
Beat the boss for this segment.
Okay, so we're never leveling up. Thank you.
So, I've considered this, and I'm going to consider it a little bit more. You're not getting a level up for that performance.
That's fair.
But if you beat a boss, you get a level up.
Okay.
I will determine what is and isn't a boss, but you need to beat a boss fight in order to get a level up. So there can be multiple boss fights on a floor. There can be random boss fights, like mini bosses. So, like, for example, the big frog. That's random. That would be a mini boss fight that could get you a level up if you beat the big frog.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
the frog didn't subdivide into smaller frogs. That's not where we went. It definitely is having many, many children and many, many generations.
Perhaps.
I think so.
But hey, at least it's not just a you problem. That's an Inara problem, too.
That's true.
It's almost worse, honestly.
Hey, maybe you'll be able to make a truce.
I mean, we fled, leaving their folks to die. I don't necessarily know they're gonna be truce.
Yeah,
people.
that is the thing, is you kind of allowed that guy to live, and as far as you're aware, he's still alive to report that. So I guess we'll find out, because that is the end of your Gauntlight day. So the dungeon's gonna restock, and we'll see what it looks like next session on Return to Gauntlight.
We want to give a special shout out to Jane Meyer. Thank you so much for your support on Buy Me a Coffee, Jane. It really means the world and helps make this show possible.